Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Round Zero. And this is my first ever review chapter of the manga series Hajime no Ippo. So let's just get into chapter 11291 and how I loved this chapter. Love the chapter, great chapter. It was a good hype chapter. At the end of this chapter, we get a nice panel of Ippo. Kamigawa finally coming back in and telling them, pack your things, get your passport, because guess what? You're going to Mexico, baby. The great nation of Mexico, of all great boxers. But anyway, it's a good chapter to set up for the next arc, for Ippo at least. Ippo's been second for a while, I want to know what he does. I want to know things that he's going to learn within this next arc, the Sendo versus Alfredo Gonzalez arc. It's been hyped for a while, and I've been waiting to see what's going to happen. It's finally starting, so I just love how it gives you that nice panel, Ippo, and then showing Ricardo Martinez, Alfredo Gonzalez, and Sendo. Great. It was just a great way in this chapter. Of course, as always, I love the humor in this. They had this type of after party thing going on. I love the Kamigawa and Jim won all their fights, and then Takamura is just always bad-mouthing him and saying Aoki couldn't do his frog punch or whatever, and he's just getting pissed off because Takamura 1,000 ninjutsus Aoki, which is hilarious, basically saying it was Takamura's fault that he couldn't really fight the way he fought. And so on. And I like how Kimura was kind of hyping up Ippo. He was how he's saying when he was sitting with him in the sauna, his muscles doesn't look like he's retired, since he's been training with Kimura throughout this whole entire time, doing the weight control, getting the information that he needs to make sure that Kimura can win, and basically saying what would happen if you return back into the ring. And that's just I can't wait when Ippo goes back. Even though in this chapter Takamura saying he's not gonna come back, that's not gonna happen, that's never gonna happen, blah blah blah. He's coming back. Anyone who reads this manga consistently, they know that it's his show. Ippo's gonna come back. I can't wait, and it's just a good kind of teaser thing. Of saying his now because of his knowledge and now the muscle and the training he's doing, what will happen. So that was also great. That's my thoughts on chapter 1291. Let's go on to chapter 1292. What I like about chapter 1292, I guess I shouldn't say not just chapter 1292, but throughout these last couple of late chapters, is Kumi. Kumi has been hilarious to me with the back and forth of making sure he doesn't want Ippo going back into the boxing thing, because we all know that Kumi loves Ippo and stuff, and giving mean eyes to Ippo's Padawans 1 and 2. That's what I'm going to be calling him. I just think it's hilarious. It fits them, and I might take the fan base. So yeah, they're gonna be forever be called Padawan 1 and Padawan 2 of Ippo. So I love Kumi. I love her whole little sequence, Mexico, aren't you gonna be worried by yourself? But she was getting worried that he might Ippo might get back because it's Sendo's rival. And the two Ippo's two Padawans are oh yeah, it's gonna be great, and she gets pissed, but she has nothing to worry about. Ippo straight lays it out in this chapter, saying that he's going on to study, he's hype, basically giving the audience and the notion that he's not thinking of coming back yet. It's gonna be a while. In his mind, he wants to study, he wants to learn more about being a good second, and not just being a good second, because that also involves of being a good boxer, even though he's not thinking about it. But he's becoming a good boxer every time he learns, every time he studies, because he's training and studying. That's just going to make him become an even stronger, better boxer when he comes back out of retirement. And as you can see around in this later chapters, Aoki and Kimura, they're all talking about Aoki saying how Kumi's worried that he's gonna go back because he's gonna see Sendo. Basically talking about there's gonna be like a lot more that Ippo wants or needs for him to come back. Like that's not enough to push him. And Takemuro's basically saying like, guys shouldn't be talking about that, and I love how the comedy is always good in this. Like Takemuro's saying like, what happens if he's going into a strange country, you guys aren't thinking about Ippo's safety, and like, oh, he's gonna be fine. And like, what happens if like there's this the panel in which Takamura is saying like, Rams gets robbed by these youngsters, and he does the thing, and like Aoki's just like traumatized from when Takamura did that to him. He falls over. Great stuff, great comedy. And I like how when we skip all that, we go to Ippo. Like the first thing he does is he gets into trouble. Well, not technically his fault, but this, he runs into this lady. He's in Mexico, like, and like, basically, he doesn't understand language, and this random character is saying that he, Ippo stole her luggage, without like looking around her surroundings. Pretty funny bit. They start doing like this. Everyone like gets rowdy up and starts chasing Ippo. Ippo's like running like a nice little cartoon segment, hilarious stuff. And and it's not enough time. Like the Luchador brothers saved them. They got him back. Like they say, oh, he's good. He's part of our trio or whatever. Hilarious bits. And and like, so Ippo's saved, and they go. That chapter ends of Ippo trying to say, oh, I'm going to surprise him. I'm going to leave the mask on. I'm going to surprise Sendo, and I mean, obviously Sendo knows where he is. They do like the stupid pose thing, and Sendo's like really serious, like, come on, man, we got stuff, we gotta get going. Like, take this stuff seriously, man, and stuff like that. I don't know why Sendo sounds like that, but there's my version of Sendo dub. But that's all between these two chapters. I really like these two chapters. What did you guys think? How hype are you to see finally, like, we're getting close and closer to the Sendo and Alfonso Gonzalez fight? My personal opinion, throughout these two chapters, they've been talking about like if Ippo's gonna come back. How is it, like, in what fashion or way is he gonna come back? Like, how would he come back? Takamura's saying no, that like his obligation to like keep retiring. He chose to retire. So like, what would be the big move for Ippo? How would he come back? And I'm guessing many people think like, pretty sure like in both ways, like as many people think that I cannot speak, that Alfredo Gonzalez is gonna win or Sendo's gonna win, but like I really doubt they're gonna make both Ippo and Sendo lose. It's just like, I don't know, to me that would make so much sense. I think what's gonna happen, hopefully, I'm gonna continue saying throughout when I continue reading the chapters, is that Sendo's gonna win, and Sendo's gonna call out Ippo, basically like telling him like, hey, I'm better than you, yada yada, getting for the rematch, the third fight. And I've always been a fan of Ippo and Sendo having a third fight. I love 3 fights, and I love like rivalries in general, in both in anime, manga, and in real life. One of the best rivalries is the Juan Manuel Marquez versus Manny Pacquiao. I mentioned it in my last video, and I just think those fights are just like, in terms of boxing, like just a great rivalry in my terms, and I would like them to do here. I think that Ippo and Sendo are gonna, like, that's gonna be the comeback. That's how, or at least that's how Ippo's gonna get drawn in by a call out from Sendo winning the Alfonso, I keep calling him Alfonso, the Alfredo Gonzalez, like when he wins against Alfredo Gonzalez. Oh man, I really gotta look back. I wonder how many times I said Alfonso in this review. But hey, hope you guys liked. Let me know what you guys thought, and let me know what you overall about the series, what you like, or your like favorite what were your like favorite moments? Later on down, I want to do favorite moments, or like one of my favorite moments of Ippo, or like my favorite fights, like my favorite characters and all that. This is a new series I'm bringing to the channel, so I hope you guys enjoyed and like it. And please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, guys, for more content on boxing and review chapters of Hajime no Ippo. And until the next round, guys, later.